Don't sing if you want to live long. They have no use for your song. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead and out of this world. Now your hope and compassion is gone. You've sold out your dream to the world. Stay dead, stay dead, stay dead. You're dead and out of this world.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of What We Do Before the Shadows, the show dedicated to you guys, the fans, because you know what? We love you. That's right. I'm super excited. This week's episode was amazing, but I'm super excited because of our guest today. I love her so much. So without further ado, please welcome Felicia Day.
Hello. Hello. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm so happy to be here. It is quarantine day 5040.
What have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Well, I've been doing a lot of Animal Crossing.
Mhm.
I've been streaming a lot of video games because basically once quarantine started, I was just like, woo, I'm not an adult anymore, even though I have a 3-year-old daughter. So basically I've been doing a lot of video gaming, also writing. I've been writing a little bit, and then I'm under construction. My back office is under construction. So my background isn't as pretty as it usually would be, but in about 3 months, man, you're going to see a beautiful green screen behind me.
I like the library though. I feel like it goes with the vibe. Like this.
It does, right? It kind of goes with what we do before in the shadows, or before the shadows, or after the shadows vibe, right?
Yeah, and I mean you're a big part of that world yourself. You know, you did Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and you did Violet. We have a little picture of Violet here.
Are you kidding? Oh
Yeah.
my God. Oh, the hair. Oh.
Tell me about Violet. What was that like?
Well, let me just tell you about that picture. That hat I had on my head, I actually wore it to the fitting, and then they were like, "Oh, this is brilliant," and they kept that hat on me for 3 episodes. So by the time the third episode happened, I was like, "They're gonna take my hat off, and there's gonna be a demon under it," because they were killing the potential slayers off so much. Like every episode, one of us would die. So I was convinced that once I took that hat off, I would reveal that I was a monster underneath, and then they would kick me off the show. But they didn't. So.
I love that, like we're in the world of Slayers though, because as you know, Guillermo is slowly diving into. So this is the perfect match. Slayer to Slayer welcomes you.
I know. I love your character arc this season. It's so wonderful, and I honestly, the only show that I actually enjoy sitting down to watch is your show, and the fact that you're on it is a bonus. But it's just so funny. If I one day I'm going to be in the background, just like.
I love the way we met, you know, because I met you a couple years ago on The Magicians, and we have a clip of how we met. Here's a little clip.
Oh my goodness. Yay, blast from the past.
Do you remember shooting that? We had to like drive out to this lake, like it was like a 2.5 hour drive from Vancouver. How cold was that? Because I mean, you had to get wet for reals.
Yeah, they had to soap me up, which was nice. But you know, it's fake. It's fake. My whole body. I didn't climb out of the actual water, y'all. That's movie magic. But they did have to spray my face, and it was 3 a.m. And I remember that it was the first day I worked with you, and you took the prettiest picture of me, an Instagram picture. I was like, oh, because I had just had a baby like 6 months before, and I was not feeling it. And so you made me look so pretty. I felt so confident about myself.
But I didn't make you feel pretty or capture you pretty. You were pretty. I just captured you in a different angle, and you saw it, and you're like, "That's pretty," and I was like, "That's you." I just took a picture.
I know. Well, I need you all the time to be an ego booster.
We try to work it out, and the schedules weren't in line. But actually, that's not the scene that I was talking about, because you insisted on adding this scene, which is how we really kind of met. This was the first shot that we did. Let's see it.
Poppy took the key, and she is trying to use it to get back to Earth. Just, okay, go find her yourself. Just whatever you do, do not let her leave with that key.
Let's try, Steve.
God.
No, stop! That wasn't in the script. It didn't call for a punch, and you insisted that he get punched.
I forgot that. Well, because I forgot that I really did. That hurt?
Well, when I came to, the paramedic said that it would hurt for a while, so I just remember that. So it was fine. It's fine. It's just
It's okay. You got to get all that plastic surgery, you know.
that's right. 'Cause my face looks completely different. This isn't
I
even
know you're a completely different actor. That's a new nose.
take this off. You understand?
Yeah, you can take it right off. You just pop, pop. That's exactly like one of those Kardashians, the new one who came out. She's not even the real, it's just a new daughter.
She's not the real one. She's a new daughter.
Exactly.
What was it like working on Magicians though? Did you have a good time?
It was so much fun. I loved the snarky tone of that show. It really was special. And
It really
I'm
resonates with me when I hear someone be snarky.
with snarky. I know it's so snarky. It's so, I mean, and it was kind of unique, that show. I'm sad that it didn't get to go longer. I love working with Jason and you, and the whole cast was really awesome. And it made me feel like hip, because I don't feel hip in normal life, but that
Oh,
show, like,
you're pretty hip though. Like it's like I remember you had just had a baby and you were on set and literally like during breaks had a baby on your hand, going over lines, rehearsing stunts, and I was like, wow, like you're badass. So I remember
aw,
I
thank
was like,
you.
you're such like an inspiration to tons of people, but to young girls all over. I mean, for God's sakes, like you have your costume at the Smithsonian, like this. So this picture right here.
That's true. Oh, you guys. Oh, yes, I do. I wrote a show called The Guild, and it's on Netflix. You can watch it. But I started shooting it in my garage when internet video first started. Then we ended up doing it for years and years and having all these hit videos. And yeah, it's you. The only thing I've accomplished in life really is having my baby. No, that's not true. Okay, I've done a lot, but I do love my baby. And feeling hip and having a baby is a hard. Like, some people are too hip, and it's like, take care of your baby, but then some people are way too the other way. So finding the balance as a woman to be still who you were, but then also taking care of this child, is like, it's really hard. So thank you. You make me feel good about myself.
It's you're hip, and
Yeah.
I won't take it back. You are. So I got tons of questions for you on social
Oh,
media.
okay.
And so we got a couple of them right here. And so this one comes from Amarethan Chris.
Mhm.
Would you prefer to be a vampire, a familiar, or a vampire hunter?
Oh, vampire for sure, because then I'm immortal.
There
I
you go.
mean, I want immortality, because I really need to get around to learning French at some point, and it's going to take a couple centuries for me to get off my ass and do that.
I think that's like the third century that you're a vampire. I think I'm gonna try that.
Yeah,
There's a
I'm like, I've done it all sexually. I've done pretty much everything. Played every video game. Let's just learn French.
why not? That's a good one. Okay, this one comes from Ross's Movies, and they ask if you were going to have a deeply inappropriate topiary garden, what would your theme be?
Oh, well, gosh, I mean, I guess vages have been done on the show, right? There's a vag topiary garden. I mean, I would do, boy, it has to be inappropriate too. So you only really got nipples and dicks and vages,
There's
right?
butts, maybe butts.
Butts. I mean, that's like, just like, hee hee. That's not deeply inappropriate. I would have people murdering other people.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you like a beheading topiary, an eviscerating topiary. I know if you did, oh my God, that would be really good. So if you had like one pulling the intestines out of another, you could make that like a
Ooh, that would look cool with like a vine string. Yeah,
vine string coming out of someone's abdomen. So
yeah.
yeah, that's it.
I love that. That's
Okay,
great.
good.
Okay, well, that answers that. This one comes from Abday W. If you guest starred as a vampire from any civilization point in time, what would it be?
Guest starred as a vampire in any
Any,
civil. Wait, what?
if you could guest star as a vampire from any civilization or point in time, what would it be?
Oh, okay. I would have to say in the future, because I feel like humanity it's getting better. Like, if I was a vampire 300 years ago, it might be awesome. Like, it might be cool. I'd go to balls and stuff, but then people would stink, you know? People didn't bathe as much back then. So, I mean, and then also I wouldn't guarantee being rich. And then maybe I'm just like killing peasants, and that would be kind of a downer.
And there's like the plague going around, and
Oh,
like
the plague, everything's dirty. It's like COVID times 8 million. So I don't know. I'm just going to say the future. Like, future vampires would be hot. They'd have discos, they'd have spaceships. I want to be a space vampire.
I love that. I never heard that before. A futuristic space vampire.
There's actually a romance novel series by, I think it's Christine Fian or so. Anyway, there's space vampires. And it's like, has a lot of sex in it. It's a good series.
Sign me up. Okay. In this show, we like to play a little game called Are You as Smart as a Familiar?
Mhm.
So, are you ready to play this game? Are you familiar with the game?
I'm a little familiar with the game.
Okay, let's play this game.
Oh no, we aren't. Oh no, you aren't. Oh no, you aren't. I'm gonna play the game with you. You're gonna answer the questions, Harvey. Suck it.
Wait, what?
I'm reversing the thing. We planned this, okay? This is not spontaneous. I'm gonna do the game on you, okay?
Okay, I love it.
Okay. Are you ready?
I love it.
You
Let's do it.
ready? I don't think you can. You know what? You've been inflicting a lot of pain on people for the past season, and I think
Oh,
you're gonna
no.
get a little bit of medicine right now.
Okay, I just want to tell everyone I do not know. These are not.
Anything?
Yeah, I don't know anything because obviously we're not doing the questions that I thought we were doing. You're doing questions on me. Okay.
Ha, 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 ha. Okay. So, game question. Here we go. To sailors at sea, the sight of a mermaid was often considered to be blank. A, good luck. B, a sign of a woman's death. C, a bad omen. And D, symbolizing rebirth. Which one of those?
I want to say good luck.
Is that your final answer?
Wait, do I have lives? Do I have live 50-50 or do I have
I think you could do a 50-50. So if you want to do, are you going to really 50-50 first out of the gate?
I know. Okay.
You do this to other people. Okay.
I've never been on this side. So this is weird. So this is, and I love mermaids. So if I don't get this right, it's going to be, well, I think it's a good sign.
You're going to be murdered by a mermaid if you get this wrong.
I'm going to go with A because I think it's a good sign.
You're wrong.
What is it?
It's a bad omen. Mermaids are murderers. People forget this.
That's not true. I don't know. Is your source reliable on this? Because
listen, no, it's bad omen. They're based on the sirens of ancient Greece. Okay.
I never like looking at that. I always look at like the positive.
Okay, we're not Disney here. Okay, real mermaids are murderers. Next question. In season 2, episode 7, The Return, Simon the Devious and Laszlo have a bat fight over a cursed hat made from witch skin. Between which of the following years did the Salem witch trials take place? Okay. A, 1405 to 1463. B, 1692 to 1693. C, 1878 to 1891. Or D, 1745 to 1761. That's a lot of numbers.
B, is it B?
Is that your answer?
16, yes. Yeah.
Ding, you got it right. You got it right. You got it right. You know how to burn witches. You're very good. Are you like a Puritan history aficionado?
Aficionado, yes. I actually do love that. Like, yes. Once you said 16 something, I was like, yes, it's then that. Yeah. I knew
you just know the 17th century, like back and forth.
I was like the back of my, the hell is that? Yeah.
Okay, next question. In the first season of What We Do in the Shadows, Guillermo explains how he was heavily influenced by Antonio Banderas from Interview with a Vampire. Which movie was Antonio Banderas not a part of? A, Frida. B, Mask of Zorro. C, Shrek 2. Or D, The Book of Life.
D.
You are correct.
Yes.
Thank you. Because I was going to be super ashamed of you if you didn't have your Banderas lore down.
I put it all in like Puss in Boots. I knew it all.
You run his run a fan fiction site about Antonio Banderas, don't you? Okay.
Low key, just
a low key one, just a cash, just paragraphs rather than just whole novels. But you're going to work up to it, right?
I'm going to work my way up to it. Wait, how smart am I now? Am I as smart as I should be at? Okay.
Okay. So you did 2 out of 3 correct. So now we have 2 more questions. During the episode, The Werewolf Feud, we see Guillermo nervously bandaging the leg of one of the werewolves. What was the name of that werewolf? A, Arjun. B, AJ. C, David. Or D, Adrian.
Oh man, I want to do 50-50.
Okay, 50-50 it is. Behind the scenes people. Oh, 2 A's, Arjun or Adrian. This is even harder because, A words. Yeah, this is harder.
I want to go with D.
Adrian is your final answer.
Yes.
Wrong!
It's AJ?
It's Arjan. It's not even AJ. It's Arjan. It's not AJ that was the 50-50 knocked out, man. You don't know. You weren't even acting, were you? You were just like,
Oh, I don't even know if we say. I don't know. I don't say his name. See if it's not the line that I say, I'm not even remembering it.
oh, you remember every line you've ever delivered? I don't remember anything. After the minute they go cut, moving on, I'm like,
So
it just
sometimes in the middle of it, you're just
in
like,
the middle of it goes like that. I'm like, oh no, get back up there. Okay, last question.
Yeah.
One of the following animals has been that you have 2 out of 2. So basically, this is a tiebreaker whether you win or lose.
okay.
One of the following animals has been a part of Halloween history for centuries. During the ancient Celtic festival, priests use which animal as part of a ritual to try and predict the future? A, bats. B, mice. C, cats. Or D, owls. This is the tiebreaker, whether you are a winner or a loser.
Oh,
No
well, I'm
pressure.
already like not as smart as a familiar, clearly not as smart as Guillermo. Okay. I'm gonna go with, I feel like cats and owls are like the ones that I'm leaning towards.
Okay.
Okay, I'm in the right. I want to go with owls because they're so mysterious. Owls? Is it owls?
Is that your final answer?
Wait, why are you making that face? Maybe it's not. Oh, cats. I think.
Yes, it's cats. Yay! I wanted you to win, even though you were technically a loser. You are a winner. You win. Guess what? Drum roll. A prize to It's a trip to Atlantis. Rules and conditions apply. Travel arrangements on random must be redeemed before June 2020.
Why did I get excited when I've done this gig?
I'm a hype woman. All right.
I love it. Oh, I'm still as smart as a Jeff. Jeff.
The what? What?
I'm as smart as a Jeff. It went up
Oh,
to.
you are. You're smart. You're smart. Yay, you're smart. We knew it anyway.
Yes.
Hey, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is there anything you've done that's embarrassing in your history of acting that you don't want to show the world?
Oh my God. Yes. Why are you going?
Guess what we have? Roll it. Roll what we have. Blackmail material. Go.
Don't give up on us, baby. We're still worth one.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Sad.
Okay, just a second.
This is the whole thing.
I know that guy actually. I used to audition with this guy during commercials. Look at this close up.
His name's Chad.
Chad. Yes!
It's time to break up with bad habits.
I said it's over!
Anything.
Get out of
Discovery
here,
House's
creepy!
National Body Challenge is back. Join now for a 30-day membership to Bally's Total Fitness. Register today at
I want to point out
discoveryhealth.com
that
and get your
Felicia,
health
you're
on.
Ew. Oh my God. Okay, listen. First of all, your hair was very long.
it's getting there again because of quarantine.
Quarantine, yeah. Second of all, I want to ask you, were you an anthropomorphized burger or were you a man who wore a burger suit and had intercourse with that woman? That's my question. Or was it part of your body? Like you are a person who is a burger?
Is a burger. I am a burger. I was a burger. That was my first commercial, my first paying gig.
Wow. SAG? Did it qualify you for SAG?
It was my first non-union commercial.
Oh, it was a non-union commercial. Oh, wow. So they could really work you hard there.
Yeah. And I remember just being so excited. And as I was doing it, but the people that I met though through it were amazing. I met like Mike Ring, like, JR Saldana, like people that I'm still friends and now have actually produced stuff with. So
That's amazing.
I met them at the commercial and became friends. And since then, actually, now I produce stuff with them and I've produced a couple commercials for them.
So basically that was the origin story of your producing career, is that you dressed as a burger.
Yeah, it got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. And I encourage you, if you get the chance to play a cheeseburger, do it.
It'll change your life.
Your life. It looks great on your resume. So
It really looks good on your, and then listen, you're going to book burger after burger after burger after burger. You get typecast and you'll be like, I just want to be a hot dog. Nope, you're a burger. You're only a burger. All right, I have another thing. I'm taking over the show, by the way. I'm hosting now because I just was like, we don't need to hear about me. We need to hear about Harvey. Okay, so listen, I want to know how you actually got the role of Guillermo? And what is there anything interesting? Did you self-tape? Did you go in? How many callbacks did you have? Tell me the story.
I actually went to a wine and cheese night. I think I've talked about it a little bit, but I went to wine and cheese with my friend Mimi Michaels. Shout out to Mimi Michaels. Invited me to her house or her brother's house for a wine and cheese night. It was a small group of people, and I literally met someone there who was her friend Yvonne. And texted me the next day. She texted me. She said, "Hey, I think you're so fucking funny. You should audition for my fiance's new show." And I was like, "I'm not falling for those tricks again."
I know it seems very not legit. Is it a burger roll? Is it a burger roll?
No. And so I remember just calling my reps and being like, "Hey, can I go in for this?" He said I was right, but the character was 20 years older than I was. So I was like, "Oh,
wow."
And so when I went to the audition, I remember I wanted to make myself look older, and I had just shaved, so I had a baby face. So I don't know, like I put on fake, like a little bit of stuff.
Okay, wait, let's just see the audition.
What?
You know,
Let's just
I'm
watch it.
sure that Baron understands how big the world is. I mean, where he comes from, you conquer 3 villages, you basically conquered the whole country.
I'm sorry, calling got to the virgins. But I at least kept them alive.
Separately, I assume, would hate to have them de-virginize each other before we all get a bite.
Oh, of course, Master.
You're glum, Guillermo.
No.
You think that I've forgotten that tonight is a special night for you as well, don't you? And does not an anniversary call for a reward recognizing your years of service?
I am ready, Master.
Good. Prepare yourself. Okay, open your eyes. Happy anniversary, Guillermo.
Thank you, Master.
Savor it. Hey, it's the real reason I want to know that glitter. You deserve it. I mean, 2 years of service.
20 years.
20. Oh, okay. Close my coffin, please.
Slumber, sleep, Master.
Oh, young Harvey.
That is crazy. I
can't
literally shaved a day
Yeah.
before. I want to make myself older, so I mean, I haven't shaved in like days now, but like, I literally put on stubble.
That was fake stubble.
That was fake stubble.
Oh my God. You know, the funny thing is that you had such little dialogue, and that you just embodied that character so well.
I think that's what Taika and Jermaine said, that there was just like, that scene was just all in his face, and it was just like, and those glasses were like a costume like pair that I had.
Were they like Harry Potter glasses?
Yeah. Like, what is happening? And I went to the audition. I parted my hair all like weird and gross, and wow, I don't think that's amazing that you got that. So
you know what? I do a lot of prep for this. So I have some questions to ask you as the now guest on your show. Let's see. Matthew asked, Guillermo is a complex character. He yearns to be a vampire while simultaneously being the ultimate slayer. How do you portray this duality, and what difficulties does it pose?
Well, that's a really good question. Yeah, playing Guillermo's a really complex character. I think it's probably the hardest character I've played, because it's always a thin line with him, because he is the straight man in the show. Like, so he is the audience, and POV and their point of view. But he also is driven by aspiration. Like, like he wants to be what he's determined to be, but also it's in him to be something else. And I think that, like, pulling back and forth is a hard thing to play. And at the last episode that we just saw is the moment where he leaves, and he, like, it wasn't in the script, but like
spoiler alert.
But it was in the script, but like when he cries, it was just like organic. Like, I felt leaving the house like completely defeated, and it was just it's so nice to play with all the levels that Guillermo has, because he's funny, he's endearing, he's a badass when he needs to be, but he's also hiding these, like, powers or, like, talents from his master and the rest of the gang in the house. So I think it's just being grounded with him at all times. Whether it's humor, be grounded. Whether it's something a dramatic, be grounded. It's just always keeping him grounded.
Yeah, you really are the concrete for the show, because the show is so crazy, but without you, it would just be wacky. So, Laura asked, do you think Guillermo would have gone back to work for Nandor if he knew Benji was turned?
That's a good question. So yeah, he just turned Benji after he hypnotized him, and he dropped him off and he disappeared for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would, just because he made a verbal promise this time that he would. He couldn't say when, but he
Mhm.
would. And there's something about the relationship between Nandor and Guillermo that it's that, like, you're rooting for them and he's rooting for them. Guillermo wants this to work, and sometimes the relationship can be a little bit abusive, but he justifies it by the smallest tokens of appreciation or love. And so I think Guillermo is a sucker for that. Like, you can mistreat him, but just say the nicest thing one time a year, and it's like, you know what, it's all fine.
It's really gaslighty, but you guys need therapy, but you'll never get it.
But he does, have feelings for his master in the way that he's loyal, and he would stay because now he's starting to put his foot down. So when he put his foot down, we're talking business. So yeah.
No, you really are getting. I love the arc that they're giving you. You're turning into a more complex character, which I think is kind of unique in the show. You're not supposed to change in a TV show, but the fact that you get to advance yourself and kind of change your point of view a little bit is wonderful.
So wacky, the comedy can just easily be just outrageous wackiness, and we have that, but it's also nice to keep this like human storyline that people really resonates with people are really like, love it.
Well, you're the character people identify with, not the other people, because they're hilarious, but they're not relatable. Julio asks, what other mythical species would you like to see on the show in the future, and what is your favorite race if in D&D if you play? Do you play D&D, Harvey?
I don't, and I've played characters. I know, and I've been invited to, and I got invited to the last one right before this whole thing happened, and it didn't work out. So clearly, no.
One day I'd play D&D with the guild on my Twitch channel, and one day I'll have to have you'll have to come and guest on it.
Please, I would love that.
Yes.
Mermaids, like I said, I love mermaids. So I would love if we brought mermaids or fairies.
Mermaids are murderers, right? You know that now.
I've seen that. They're not murderers. They're my best friends. I just haven't met them.
Next question. Pedro asks, has there been a scene where the whole cast had trouble filming because everyone broke character?
Oh, good question. Not where everyone broke down and like cracked up. I find it harder because a lot of my scenes are with Kayvon, and Kayvon's the funniest person in the world. We just shot this commercial for this season. We had like 6 minutes to shoot it because we were running out of time for a turnaround.
Oh my God, I saw that thing.
Yeah. And Kayvon decided to ad lib, and he was like, Guillermo, he sounds like a rock star. He's like, what's that thing you taught me with his fingers? And I was like, no. And if you look closely, they had to cut right after we kept doing it, the improv, because I didn't know he was going to do that. And I stopped him and I was like, nope, not like that, like this. And he goes, nope, like this. And he goes, and if you look at our faces and you look at Kayvon and my face, they had to cut it right there. And that's where the commercial ends. Just started rolling.
Oh my God.
Stop laughing for like the remainder of the 4 minutes we had left to shoot. So they just called it a day. They're like,
they were just like, we got to get out of here.
Here.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, last question. Max asks, what do you think the saddest and happiest moments of Guillermo's life have been?
Oh,
that's really sad and happy. Sad and happy.
Oh, the saddest, I think they could probably be the same thing. It could be the saddest is and the happiest. The happiest is when he gets a taste of being a vampire, when Nandor flies him up, and the saddest is when he quickly realizes that he's nowhere near getting his wish.
Oh no, that's really sad.
I think it's 2 in 1. I think 2 in 1. Yeah. I'm really hopeful for him because this year, he's really kind of showing his badass side, and he has a new group of friends who are encouraging him, and who see his potential and how great he is. Because you kind of live with like a group of people, and they tell you you're worthless. You start believing it, but after a while, I'm hanging out with the
other people will actually tell me that I'm worth something. Yeah, no, I can't. I'm so congratulations on getting picked up for another season, and also I know season 3, and I'm sure you are going to have such an amazing arc going forward. Just be able to show everybody more twists and turns of Guillermo. Okay, our last thing we're doing is another game.
Oh, okay.
3 strikes and you are out.
Okay. Oh, yes.
You know this game because you've done it to other people.
Yeah. Oh,
so for audience members who are new, I will read out 5 trivia questions, and if you get 3 wrong, the game is just over, right? So, but if you make it through, you win a prize. All right? You ready? Okay. First question, and if you get this right, I literally will give you something from my house. Guillermo's ancestry test revealed that him to be mostly mestizo. Anyway, what percentage of Dutch was Guillermo in the ancestry test?
Oh,
Percentage.
3.4.
Wrong. It's 3.12. Thank God, because I didn't have anything to give you.
Well,
Because
that was
I don't have
pretty
any books to give you. I got.
close to the.
Okay, you were close, but I'm not going to give it to you. Okay, next question.
Like a steak.
Listen, this is a serious game, all right? I can't be just slacking off for you. I already gave you cat, all right? You would have whiffed it with an owl.
Okay,
All right. The review was left on IMDb for a show you watch. Guess which show? This review was left on IMDb for a show you watch. Guess which show? It's a show I like to watch because it makes me feel better to see people make worse life choices than I do.
Oh, The Real Housewives.
Wrong. 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, that's right. Well, they're all reality shows.
I'm going to give you that one. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the same show.
For that was in general reality TV.
I'm going to give you that one. Okay, you didn't get the other one where you were only 0.3 off, but I will give you this one. 90. Okay. Van Helsing. Next question. Van Helsing from Bram Stoker's Dracula was a Dutch professor, doctor, scientist, philosopher, and man of faith. What was their first name?
Abraham.
You got it. Oh my God, you did? Okay, I'm impressed. Okay, so you got 2 right. Guillermo's first name is a reverence to Guillermo del Toro, a fellow Latino, and the director of which vampire film?
Not.
One second, I gotta open the door.
Okay.
Okay. Which vampire? What vampire?
It's not Blade. Well,
there's 2 that you could choose from.
Blade 2.
Yes, Blade 2. You got it. Blade 2. Okay, somebody just try. I have construction going on in the back. It's fine. Someone just tried to give me a paperwork. Okay, no. All right, last question. In which movie? So you got 3. You got 3.
Oh.
Wait, you got 3. Oh, it's 3 strikes and out. Okay, so actually, I think you won, but let's just do the last one. Okay. In which movie was a vampire depicted as being vulnerable to sunlight for the very first time?
Dracula?
Wrong.
What?
It was Nosferatu, 1922.
I was going to actually say this, but I thought it was after Dracula. I don't know
why. But the cool thing is that I didn't know that, because I would have thought, so basically the lore of sunlight was only introduced in the 20th century, which is very interesting.
Well, there you go.
I learned something.
Nosferatu too. I don't know why I thought it would have made sense. I should have followed.
Dracula made sense. You actually, I'm going to give you that one too. Okay, your prize as the winner of this is a set of Disney Adventures magazines for 2004. Rules and conditions apply. Shipping not included. Must be picked up at Sweetgrass, Montana before students are 2020.
Wait, Montana?
You got to go to Montana. I don't know if they're under quarantine anymore. I think they're all just in.
They're just doing whatever.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, thank you so much. I can't believe I won on the show that
on your own show, and that's a wrap. How did you like being interviewed on your own show, Ari?
This is fun. Actually, this is good because I just realized that we never get to talk about Guillermo, the character, because I'm always interviewing someone else.
Exactly. So we got a deep dive into you. And I'm sure we could do this again because you have more to talk about Guillermo, because he's an awesome character and you're an amazing actor. And I'm so lucky to be friends with you.
Aw, thank you, Felicia. That's so sweet. Well, thanks for coming on. I feel like this was like a topsy-turvy. Thank you for doing this. This is nice. But now I'm going to take back the show because I have to announce the winner, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. You have to announce something.
Well, everyone, I want to thank you, Felicia, for coming on the show. You were an amazing host and an amazing guest. First time for everything because you did double whammy. So thank you for that. And everyone say bye to Felicia. Bye. Oh my gosh, you guys. That was insane. I love that. Those are great questions actually for Guillermo. So thank you for that. So, but before we go, actually want to remind you that we do this show for you guys, the fans, because we love you. And if you want to watch all the episodes of Before the Shadows, just go to beforetheshadows.com and they're all in there. Also, before we go, I want to give the fan art of the week shout out. This week goes out to Danny Curtis, who created this cup holder there. has Guillermo on that. That's amazing. So if you have any art you want to share with us, please use the hashtag Before the Shadows, and it might end up on the show. So remember, guys, during these times, take care of yourself. And if you don't do it for yourself, then do it for someone you love. All right. Till next time. Bye. Hey, what's up? Welcome to my crib. Come on in, come on in. So this is it. This is my place. So this is the living room. I haven't done much with it right now. Kind of thinking turn it into a dining room. And but I like blue, so it's blue. You might recognize me. I don't have to promote myself or anything, but yeah, it's me. I'm the burger guy. You'll meet the kids later, and the wife, she's out shopping, wasting my money. But I kind of patted the walls too, just for grease stains. When I go upstairs, some of the meat kind of slides to the wall, and if I decide to wear cheese or not, sometimes that gets a little gooey. My good friend, he did. You know what? He wasn't supposed to be here, but he did my hair today, and I didn't want to say that because I'm not, I'm not into like looking it a little bit higher. Just a little bit. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's insane. Also, you're eating a cheeseburger now.
Am I still on camera? Whoops, sorry.
You're eating me. You're eating a cheeseburger.
I'm totally, you inspired me.